Welcome to the Ironworth Trading Show. The first thing I want y'all to do if you're listening to this video on YouTube is press the like button, please, and press the subscribe button if you are here. Also, this is not financial advice. Welcome to TikTok. Welcome to the TikTok live stream. I want y'all to know that we love TikTok show. Just got to make sure I get that out the way because TikTok act like they, if I'm going to wink twice if I'm in trouble, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, we're going to get straight to the point. Are we about to repeat February or are we about to repeat what happened in August? That's the question for tonight. That's what we about to go over. If y'all don't remember what happened in August, we had a equally horrible dip like we did today and back in August. And what do anybody remember what happened the very next day? Let's see if y'all been paying attention this year. Let's see if y'all been paying. I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna let some people come on in because, like I said, I don't want to have to repeat it. I'm gonna let some people come on in. You don't remember what happened? BET. I'll remind you. Don't worry. Let me let some more people come on in. You know, was you here last night when I told y'all to go pay attention to MP, and then the very next day, what MP do? We cooked in the best of ways. I'm talking about okra, oxtail, macaroni and cheese. You know what I'm saying? And we threw down. I don't know if y'all wasn't here or not. I apologize if you wasn't, but hit the follow button and hit the notification button so you don't miss another live. Also, while I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. But yeah, let's get on with the show. Let me see what I got for y'all. We'll start out by looking at the S&P 500. Let's look at this for a second. Let's pay attention. Look on the left side of the chart back a little. You see at the bottom row, I don't know, a lot of y'all do know how to read a stock chart, but some of us don't. So for the sake of those that don't, I'll go ahead and give you definitions and explanations all the way through so that you get an idea of what's going on. Okay. So back around February 21st, the market slipped right after making brand new highs. What do I mean by that? Back in January, the stock market was high. Like all the prices was up. All right. And everything was bullish. Everybody was happy. And then Trump talked about tariffs and the market went down literally on that day, on the 21st of February. Okay. So a lot of people, including me at the time, thought that the slip was going to be a quick pause. I thought it was just going to be a little dip, buy the dip, and it's going to go back up, right? And it would go right back up. Instead, that's not what happened. The slide kept going for fucking weeks. We thought it would go back up in February, and then March happened. And then we thought it would go back up in March. Then April happened. We got down into the 400s, ladies and gentlemen, back in April. Do y'all remember that? Who remembers the dip we had earlier in spring? I'm asking y'all a serious question. That's not rhetorical. I'm trying to see who remember. Like, were you trading? Did you take advantage? I'm going somewhere with this. I don't know if you guys missed last night. A lot of people left because they thought it was a fucking science class. And then the very next day, rare earth elements is trending all over the fucking place. But I gave y'all the signal of a lifetime. But hey, people kept leaving because they saw me talking about the periodic table of elements and shit last night. But it was for a reason. Let me cook. I'm not talking about this shit for no reason. It's never for shits and giggles. All right. But yeah, like I was saying. So everybody thought that it was going to go right back up. And it didn't. It went down for more than a week, more than a month. So fast forward to around October the 10th. Let me see if I got a zoomed in picture, right? Let's look at these. Let's look at this candlestick around, let's see. Okay, there we go. The third circle right there that I got circled, that is around August. Okay, that's in August. So now what happened in August, right? Pay attention. if we fast forward to where we at now, it feels something like a slip out, which is a slip after a strong run, but it feel like the beginning of the year again. But a lot of folks already believe that this is going to be a quick pullback. So I want to show you why it could be a repeat of February, or why it could behave more like August. When August dipped, we really went right back up from there, right? So you notice that third circle, it kind of bounced off that EMA and continued to go back up from there. And this could just be another one of those situations. There could be a little dip come Monday, or we might have a dip the first half of the week for next week, and then it could take off again to all new highs. We have to keep that into consideration. We have to take that into consideration. Sorry. So, because remember, this happened in August. It really shot down about over $20, I think, that day. And literally, it returned right back up. Right back up. Well, yes, EMAs are delayed. True enough. I don't, it's funny when people say those indicators are lagging, as if you're supposed to just use the indicator like it's a crystal ball or something. You feel me? They working for me. You use them to work for you. It's not a rule of thumb like, hey, you should use the 8 EMA because that's the best one. No, it's not a rule of thumb. You use what's best for you based on what time frame you trading on. You see what I'm saying? Never mind. Anyways, like I was saying, okay, my goal is simple. It's to give you a plan for both outcomes so that you don't have to guess. This is for those that would like the information. So put a W in the chat if you would like the information. If not, if you don't, how about you go just start your own live stream, right? If you don't want the information, right, go make your own live. Y'all about to, hey, listen, it is Scorpio season. All you trolls, do not bring the Scorpio out of me, please. I'm trying to stay Libra mode while I still can. Somebody says that's facts. Just think longer term. They represent a better scene. No doubt, B Money. I hear you though. I'm just talking shit, y'all. I hope y'all know I'm just talking shit. We just getting started, right? So like I said, what are we looking at? I'm gonna explain the tools. Since we talking about EMAs. All right, so the first tool I'm using on this chart right here is pretty much like, I'm going to talk about it so we all speak in the same language. It's obviously candles. That is considered to be a tool. Each bar represents and shows where the price opened and where it went during that period and where it closed. If it's green, it went up. If it's red, it went down. I know how high it went. I know how low it went. Also, the moving averages. Those when you keep hearing us talking about the EMAs. What's up, Accurate Boomstick? What's up with the eyes? What you looking at? What you're looking at? Catch Snowman in the kitchen with it cooking that. Nah, for real though. So the EMAs, the moving averages. These are smoothing lines. They smooth the price out because you see the shit choppy. But the EMAs, moving averages, they ain't got to be EMAs. It could be SMAs, which is a simple moving average, etc. Do your homework on indicators, all right? We don't want to make this a crash course. I don't got much time tonight. So yeah, smoothing lines that the average, it's pretty much showing you where the average price is, usually like a footstep, showing you this is where the price was at in the past 200 days, 50 days, 9 days, depending on what you got the settings set to. Why is your alert so close to your TP? Those are old alerts. Don't even pay the alerts no attention. You see what I'm saying? Don't pay them no attention, not so slow. All right, but anyways, also use price alerts, though, to the best of y'all abilities, because I can't tell you how many times, but a lot of us ignore those price alerts. Y'all set price alerts, and then y'all get the notification and don't do shit with it. That's a tool. The price alert is a tool. You set that alert to let you know when the price reaches that level, and you gonna get it'll trigger a notification. Some of y'all like, who don't know that shit? You would be amazed. You would be amazed. It's not for you if you already know, though. If the shoe fits, wear the outfit, get the outfit, and wear it too. All right, so look. when it comes to moving averages, we was just in here talking about which ones to use. A fast moving average looks at a short window. It reacts quickly. Think of it like today's move. A medium moving average looks at a slightly longer window. That's like this week's move. And then a long moving average, like a 200 EMA or 200 SMA, however you want to put it, right? That big purple line that you're looking at on the chart. That's the long moving average. It looks far back. That's the market's memory. So where the fast line sits above the medium line, which sits above the long line, the trend is healthy. Somebody says silver future. What you talking about, Willis? When the fast line falls under the medium line, the momentum is fading. I want y'all to listen to me. They use the moving averages to know whether it is a bullish moment or a bearish moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all heard me. Whenever you see the short-term moving average cross below the medium-term moving average, it's letting you know it's about to be a change in trend. Pay attention. It's really, and more so about momentum too, but let's go to the RSI because I want y'all to do your own research. So don't believe nothing I say. Go do your own research. And don't, you can't expect to make money on if you don't want to go do a little research. Would you rather work 12 hours a day? A lot of people find it harder, right? They find it harder. It's hard for them to use their brain. It's easier for them to use their back. I ain't mad at you. So like I was saying though, right? We're gonna go to the RSI. That's the blue line that you see on the bottom of this chart. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. This is a simple strength gauge. High means buyers have pushed hard for a while. Low means sellers have pushed hard. In the middle means it's balanced. So whenever the RSI is over 70, we done did a whole lot of buying. Whenever the RSI is under 30, we done did a whole lot of selling. And it's usually time to buy when the RSI is under 30, and it's usually time to sell when the RSI is over 70. Usually, heavy on the usually, because you need to use other indicators to help you come up with that moment. Not just indicators, but areas of confluence. Somebody says day trading is about finding stocks that are bought by institutional investors. Not quite. But yes, you can do that as well. But nah, you could develop your own strategy. They be watching us to see what we doing. There's no way this pattern is real, says Honcho. Oh, it's real, and it definitely did that. It did that from January all the way till now. But let me get to the point. I didn't want to make it a crash course. I really didn't, but it's all right. So volume. I told you about the RSI. Now we're going to talk about the volume that's on the right side of the price. In the blue bars, those horizontal blue bars on the side. The thick bars show you where a lot of trading happened, where buyers and sellers agree on value. Like this is a spot where we need to be getting in at. When you see the bar, the farther out the bar is, the stronger that level is. So it's just like volume on the bottom, which is the red and green bars on vertical bars on the bottom. But the vertical bars on the bottom is showing you volume during that time. Volume profile is showing you the volume during that price. Somebody has said, what stocks do I buy right now during this crash? You asking a good question, huh? Who asked me that? Raven, I got you. Give me a second. I looked at the monthlies and saw it happens now and then. Says mom and dad's princess for sure. It's shit funny if y'all think about it like and follow the trend and that way do it. All right. A lot of y'all sentences, I'm like, I don't know if it's me or if they're complete sentences or not, but I'm gonna let y'all have it. All right. So yeah, you know about the EMA, you know about the volume by the price, and the thin bars showing you places where the price can move quickly because there ain't a lot of history there. So I know all this shit. It's data, it's information to help you make an educated decision from there. You're not guessing. You have an edge in the market. All of this stuff I'm teaching you, a mentor would tell you the same thing, or you're going to learn through the hard way. Like, it's going to take you years to get this information. through experience, of course, unless you're just a fast learner and you got a little money to lose and learn the lessons from the losses, because every loss is a lesson, right? Let's start the about right now. I'm about to tell you, James, you asked the same question somebody else just asked. So the February pattern, like we was talking about, versus the August pattern versus today. All right, I'm looking at back in January, February, we thought the stock market was going to go right back up, and it didn't. It crashed for another 2 months, and we ended up getting very low. And back in August, we crashed just as much as we did today, right? But we recovered. I'm comparing it for a reason, because today we crashed more than we did back in February when we crashed for 3 months. So could we be getting ready to crash for 3 months again? Or will we fully recover like we did back in August? That is the question. To be or not to be, face ad. That's the question. So we're going to line it up in plain words. The market climbed to new highs. We saw a pullback that looked normal at first. That was in the beginning of the year. The fast average dipped under the medium average, like I told y'all about. Price failed to stand back on the next try. Once that failure was clear, the slide kept feeding itself. Like, it kept dipping. Dips don't get bought. When it's dipping, it ain't always getting bought. The motherfuckers start selling. Like, rallies get sold. It took the elevator down. It took the elevator down. And this was back in February. All right. Now in August, we had a sharp drop that looked like the start of something worse. Buyers stepped in real quick around the area where a lot of people was already buying at. The next few sessions, we grew right back to higher highs again. So you look at the moving average right there too. Pay attention to the moving averages during these levels. Today, we climbed for weeks. Everybody thought that the stock market was going to dip in September because, historically speaking, that is the month where the stock market usually dips at. That's usually the best month to buy stocks in. So what happened was it got usually August and September. But what happened back in August was just a summer sell-off. So it wasn't really enough bearish information. You see what I'm saying? But we got pushed forward to October. So this dip that was supposed to happen in September could more than likely be getting ready to happen now. But everybody called this a market crash, but it's not really quite a market crash just yet. I think we got about 3% more coming on Monday, right? We're going to fall another 3%, maybe more, maybe less. But I'm prepared for either direction. You want to devise a plan, I'm ready for either direction. We climbed for too long. We should have saw this coming. If you got smoked today, you was tripping. This is the best time to stay cash heavy. I kept telling y'all we supposed to trade in this market, not really fucking, whatever. Right? So in August, I think in August there was not enough bearish information for it to keep it going down. But today, we're going to find out. We're going to learn. We're going to learn today. I want y'all to look for 3 simple things to look for, and we ain't got to guess. Number 1, we want to look for how next week closes, how the price closes. I care about where the week closes, not just the intraday shit that's going on. If we end the week above the short trend line, it shows that the buyer's still in control. If we end the week below that line and can't hop back over it the following week, then this shit gonna look like February. Why am I looking at a weekly chart? Because somebody was just talking about the big institutions and shit, and pension money moves they move on a weekly pace. A daily dip can be a little noise. You ain't got to pay that shit no attention, but a weekly close gonna tell you where the heavy money is actually, where it's actually going. Right? We're gonna see where the heavy money really going. Number 2, we want to look for retest behavior. After a drop, you usually get a bounce. What matters is what happens on the retest of that short trend line. If we bounce and then it hold that line I was just telling y'all about, the buyer's gonna they're gonna build a floor. That's that August behavior. If we bounce, we going right back up to 676. We could see $700 on spot by the time November. By the time it's November, it will be back in the 700s. Back towards 700, sorry. So yeah, signal 3, breadth and fucking rotation. Breadth means how many stocks are rising together, not just a few of them. If a bunch of them start going together, that's the whole market participating at once. We lost a lot of money today in the market. Like, I think, what'd he say? We lost a good amount of money on. A lot of money was wiped out the market today. So they say. But yeah, we want to pay attention to that. That shit went that you would think that it would go 8.3 billion. That's a lot of money, Randa. So you would think that it would go to you would think that it would go over to Bitcoin, but no, it didn't. It's not. It didn't, and it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. Bitcoin even took a little dip itself too, It took a little dip itself too. Largest liquidation to date in crypto. Yeah, so where are we going with crypto? Is crypto going to give us the dip that we looking for? Thank you for the gift, friend. I appreciate you. And somebody said, what do you mean? That voice in my head just said, who the fuck looking for a dip in crypto? I am, sir, because if it does, I'm buying puts on everything crypto related. And then I'm going to buy the bottom of crypto. Hey, y'all, if this shit get down anywhere near 50K, listen, I'm putting it all on it. I'm getting the whole share this time around. If it get to 60K, I'm buying the whole share. I'm keeping my fractionals, but I'm saying I'm going to go ahead and get a whole one. Like, fuck the bullshit. Because I know it's going to go right back up. We're going to see 200-300K on Bitcoin if it does. Absolutely no way it drops that much. Chase, don't say that. Don't say that like Bitcoin like the back of your hand, man. You feel me? I've been watching this shit since high school. I'm not going to say I know it like the back of my hand, but I know it enough to know that I don't know it. You hear me? I'm going to tell you something. You saying absolutely no way it drops that much. What if I told you that Bitcoin was 10% the price of what it's actually going to be? That you're still buying Bitcoin at a if you knew Bitcoin was going to be $1 million one day, would you still buy in at 100K? Then I'll buy the dip myself. I'm just throwing that out there. We're not gonna get stuck on Bitcoin. I just wanted to say I bought Bitcoin at 121K and it dropped so much the next day. Yeah, because you got to be a long-term investor. JDS, JDJS, JDJF. What kind of username y'all be having? Last bull run, it dropped $64,000 in one day. So yeah, anything is possible. I like, you know what? Where is it? I'm struggling to get to that soundboard. Hold on, let me see what we got. I'm not done talking about this shit real quick. So the two path plan, you can read it how you want to read it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So I'm just giving you a plan. All right. So now this is what I do. I stay cash heavy. Because, cash is how you enter into a position. It give you air. This is your oxygen. You got to have some type of cash ready for whenever shit like this go down anyways. You don't want to have all your money tied up into some crazy shit. And I know you fucking lying. Hold on. We're going to pin this comment. Let's talk about it. I know you're lying. Why are you lying? This is a lie. You should be up if you listen to anything I said. So where my moderators at? I ain't got no moderators in here. We don't deal with liars. You finna go where the food is cold and the drinks is hot. So we getting you up out of here because this is not financial advice. I didn't tell you to do shit. I ain't tell you to do nothing. And if you listen to anything I said, you be up 50K. I'm finna merch it now because we got receipts. Since you just said that, we got receipts. Hold on. To my down 50K, cousin. But what? Boy, stop the cap. Take the what and leave the what? Thank you for the gift. Appreciate you. Thank you for the gift. Take the what and leave the what? Right here. Right? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Right before I went live, I told my crew, my community, right? My supporters. MP Materials is the only full value chain rare earth producer in the United States, right? I told them what to do. right? As far as looking up and what to look up. And they did it. And because they did it, it was a great day. Thanks, bro, for the MP call out. You hear me? Max Faith said, send it. You want me to keep going? Cedric made me blah, 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 blah. Hit blah, 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 blah. Is that a tank top or a new bra? So miss me with the bullshit, bro. You feel me? It's all love. It's all love. But I come in here on this live and I do this every time I get a chance to. And it ain't nothing but growth and development, wealth generators in this motherfucker. I'm a wealth generator educator. That's what we in here doing. It ain't nothing else. That's it. This is for educational purposes only. All I ask is that y'all tap the screen. Tap the screen. If you're new here, hit the follow button. That's it. Hit the follow button, share the live out, hit the heart me every now and then, show TikTok, let the algorithm know, like, okay, I like this guy, and it helps me out. That's all, y'all, that's all. If you interested in building a Roth account, I can help you do that as well. Just inbox me if you want to start your portfolio, because you need to have a portfolio. I'm getting off topic. I do that at the end of the show. Y'all don't want me to start talking about big investing, because over here at Ironworth Trading, yes, we are traders, but we are investors first. I'm an investor first, a trader second. If you trade over investing, you know, you losing money hand over fist. If you investing first, trading secondary, you're going to catch all the big runs. You don't want to miss no big day in the market. If you miss today or any of the big days in the market, it's going to fuck up your little portfolio. If you hit them days in the market, it's going to change. It will make or break you. Now, to say we repeat in February, look, hold on. Holla. 5 seconds. I'm already up 200, getting you a gold pirate hat. This was 5 seconds in. 5 seconds into a trade. You ever been up $200? 5 seconds into a trade? Of course you have. Of course you have. For those that kept asking me, what should I be looking at? This is a little watch list I threw in the chat. It's a little watch list I threw in the chat. You can screenshot this shit and do your own research. Screenshot it. I'm going to give you a few seconds. Go do your own research. You know what I'm saying? Put it in Chat GPT or something and say, tell me what you know about these. You feel me? So I'm going to do whatever you got to do. Your own little research. USAR. Let's talk about it. USAR. This company is another one of them rare metal companies, rare earth companies that I was just telling y'all about. So today was a wake-up call. A lot of stocks fell off hard. And it's because of the U.S. and China are heating back up. They beefing again real heavy. And the government still fucking shut down. Somebody says, Buru and ALPD, I tapped in. No doubt. Duke, you a smart person if you did. I'm glad you did. Somebody says down 9K all in a year to date. You need to join the community then. Hit the link in the bio. I'm gonna make sure you won't be no more. I'm gonna make sure your note won't be. Somebody just said, let me see if I can find it. You down how much? How much you said you down? Somebody said they are down a certain percentage. It is time to buy soon. I agree with you, whoever said that. And Bitcoin gonna crash soon. I agree with you on that as well. You down 9,000 all in year to date. Okay, cool. It's not cool, but that's not something that I hope you letting get to you. You're not defined by your fucked up trades. Okay? But this is definitely one of them situations where all you need to do is be around people that'll hold you accountable. I'll tell y'all all the time, if I was your personal trainer and I caught you eating a Buffalo Wild Wing, I'm going to smack that shit out your hand. If I caught you eating a honey bun, I'm going to smack that shit out your hand. TikTok, it's a joke. It's for entertainment purposes only, TikTok. That is a non-violence remark. I'm just joking. But some people know how to do a push-up. They know how to do a sit-up, right? But they still need a mentor there to keep them disciplined. Just because you know how to do a sit-up or a push-up don't mean you're going to do it. Just because you know how to trade don't mean you're going to do what you're supposed to. It don't mean you're going to use a stop loss. It don't mean you're going to take profit. It don't mean you're going to stay in the trade when you need to, right? It don't mean you're going to make a smart decision and do some research. You just going like sometimes trader friends, trader buddies, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is what you need. It's called being in the mix. But anyways, today's drop in the market came from one main thing. China just tightened its control on rare earth exports. If y'all did not know, I did a whole segment on it. If you want to go check that out, it's also in the link in my bio. All right, but yeah, it was one of them situations where shit heating back up again. You know, every time they open their mouth about this little trade war that they got going on, we see something happen in the market, and it was long overdue. I think they shut up on purpose, and then they open their mouth on purpose again too, right? They shut up on purpose, and then they open their mouth again too. This shit was funny. Somebody in the comment section said, "Please talk shit about crypto so we go back up." Listen, they be clowning on Cramer and the shit be having me rolling. I feel naive because when I first came into the market, I used to watch Cramer, bro. I used to fuck with Cramer. Like I thought I used to like the show. I really used to enjoy the show. I still do. I don't want to let what other people say like make me not fuck with his show. But it's the fact, it's humorous that if he says something is about to go up, the shit goes down. It is inevitable almost. And I didn't see it at first because I'm just listening to what the fuck Cramer say. Then I realized, like, bro, if this dude say something about a stock, he gonna fuck up your whole portfolio. You do not want him to say nothing good about your shit. It's gonna go down. If he say something bad about your shit, then it'll go up. But yeah, like I said, today's drop in the market came from that China situation. And rare earths are materials that go into everything. If y'all didn't know, like your cell phone, a lot of y'all like, bro, why the fuck is everybody talking about rare earths? Because what up, Sweet Coco? Because it goes into everything. The cell phone right now that you looking at, that you listening to this live stream on, it's a lot of rare earth elements in that phone. Literally, the shit look like rocks. A bunch of different colored rocks, silver colored. See some colors. Y'all want to see some rare earth elements looking at? Y'all want a little mini science class? Right? I'm gonna give you a little mini science class real quick. Here are some rare earth elements that is in your phone. Literally. I just did this like yesterday. I don't want to go over it all because I'll put y'all ass to sleep talking about it. I will completely nerd the fuck out on you right now. You do not want me to do that. But yeah, these elements that you're looking at, they in your phone. Your TV, electric vehicles, even fighter jets. I said fighter. Is it fighter or flighter? Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Wind turbines, you name it. A lot of cool technology that you use on a daily basis. Oh, he talking about. Oh, he didn't. Coco, you didn't sent the cap. Now you sending the cap because you think I'm capping, or you sending the cap because you know it's just a nice little hat to put on. You feel me? No, I ain't capping though. It ain't no cap. It ain't no cap. It ain't no cap. Let's see though. We gon' I just wanted to show y'all the rare earth elements so y'all will know what's going on. And I pretty much gave this whole demonstration the night before everything blew up. That's how I knew MP was gonna go up, because it was quite simple. It's not a hard trade when you pay attention to the news. Sometimes you know that the news is gonna move the market. It's very simple. Bada bing, bada boom. And then the very next day, MP made headlines. Yeah, no cap. I trust you. Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, then the very next day, MP made headlines. So hold on, let me see. I got y'all. Here we go. USAR, MP, USAR, them are some good ones that you want to add to your watch list. Let me see. Should I buy on Monday? You should be careful on fucking Monday. That's the whole point. That's really what I'm talking about. Like everything that I'm pointing at right now is really just to get you to understand that this shit could go either way. But I know that it will be a little bit of dip on Monday, so we definitely gonna have our finger on the put button. I'm not gonna cap, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you like I'm not excited to try to buy some puts. There's so much fucking open interest on puts right now. It'll make your head spin. But what if I want y'all to imagine something. Imagine if SPY dropped. What if I told you SPY about to drop another $100? Y'all would think I'm crazy, won't you? Y'all would think I'm crazy if I told you SPY about to do the same shit it did back in February. But we would be crazy if we tried to jump the gun and go into puts. And then as soon as you do that dumbass shit, the market fully recover, V-shaped recover, straight back to all-time highs again. That can happen in the next 2 weeks. That's the second scenario. That's why I want you to keep that in mind, because it did this twice. Back in August, the stock market fell about as much as it did today. But today it was a little bit more. So today, the stock market not crashed, but it fell more than it did in February. And in February, the stock market kept falling from there. So I look at patterns, all right? And that's a pattern I'm really not willing to just overlook. I'm not willing to overlook that pattern. Here, I have it circled. The first circle is showing you that in February, it fell from there. And when we thought it was over with, it fell more in March. And we thought March was over with, it fell more in April. Because a lot of y'all kept thinking, right, you know it's an ETF, for sure. It's an ETF. Every now and then I accidentally call it a fucking stock, but you know what I'm talking about, Dakota. It's an exchange-traded fund, all right? You want me to be technical? I'll be technical. Look at S&P 500 index, bro. No, I'm cool, Dakota. You go look at it. This ain't your show. This ain't your show, my man. Looking at SPY. I'm just messing with you, Dakota. I'm just messing with you, buddy. But nah, check it out. The first circle is showing you the market in February. Second circle is showing you what happened in April. Third circle is showing you what happened in August. And then the fourth circle is what just happened today. Who trying to join the live? Who this is? I don't even know you. I'm on that gray goose. Do I know you? No. All right, so look. This what happened today was just another trade headline. It's China reminding the world that they control most of the supply chain. That's why Trump was, he was on Truth Social today, I think. What'd he say? This is what he said. I just learned that China has taken an extraordinarily aggressive position on trade. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm not about to do DT like that. This is not that. But I'm just saying he definitely don't like what they got going on. He feel like they trying to bully him and shit. You feel me? But yeah, the market didn't like the information. Bitcoin keep going down. Where it's at right now, Tito? Give me an update. Give me an update. So now layer all of this shit. Well, first of all, China reminding us that they in control of most of the supply for the key materials that I just showed y'all. That's in your phone, your TV, your Apple Watch, your headphones. Because of those materials, they was able to turn a boombox into some AirPods. Like, it's the reason why your Tesla got so much torque in it. So the materials that they holding hostage is very important. I know a lot of us don't give a fuck about the periodic table of elements, but the shit that they holding hostage is important. Not only do they got like 80% of the supply, they the only ones that's really knowing how to process this shit for real. So we only have a couple of places here that do it. And because that happened, that created a squeeze situation on it, right? So now, like I said, investors are thinking right now, if this turns into a full-blown trade war again, what does that mean for inflation, supply chains, and how much money we gonna make? Layer this shit on top of the government shutdown. We almost 2 weeks in. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers are missing paychecks. Take that money out the market. Think about this. If all them people ain't getting paid, they ain't buying Starbucks. If they ain't buying Starbucks, what's going to happen to Starbucks? Like, it's a chain reaction. It ain't just Starbucks. I'm just giving you an example. Like they won't be getting paid, so other places won't be getting paid or won't be making as much as they would have been making before. Think about it. It's going to affect the economy in some sort, right? So I mean, just that this is my bearish sentiment. That's what's pushing me towards thinking, yes, it's going to be more of a sales situation. Because we almost 2 weeks in, hundreds of thousands of them missing paychecks, and key economic reports like jobs and inflation data is being delayed. Listen, think about it. I done been in the market long enough to see a pattern or two, okay? That's a problem because investors rely on that data to make decisions, and without that shit, people gonna be in this bitch trading blind. You don't even know a lot of us are already trading blind. They're like, what are you talking about, dude? I trade blind anyway. You don't even use volume. I know you trading blind. But normally shutdowns don't crush the markets by itself just because it's a shutdown. It got to be like, you got to look at everything else that's going on, like around the whole world. The world, Craig. Top flight security of the world, Craig. Global tension. And then it's so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Like all of this shit is pushing it down. We don't even got strong earnings around this month right now. All of this stuff is adding weight on the already nervous ass market, and it could buckle at any moment. So yeah, I hope y'all ready to buy puts. I ain't gonna cap. I'm bearish. And if anybody knows me, I'm usually not. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Hey, y'all, while I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. 50 people and only 1,000 likes is crazy. Crazy. The Federal Reserve meets later this month, though, y'all, and Wall Street betting that they gonna cut the rates again. Last time they cut the rates, we did get a little bullish moment in the market again. But the Fed's in a tight spot because if the inflation start creeping back up, they can't just keep cutting the shit. So if they hinting towards that they about to hold off on cutting the rates, that could make investors who've been counting on cheap money to keep things going up. That's gonna make them shake. It's gonna rattle them. All right, so what you want to look for next week is any progress in DC. We want to see some progress. We want to see some fucking progress. China headlines, if they tighten or loosen export rules, like if they tighten or loosen they little shit that they got going on at the port, then that'll move the technology and industrial stocks real quick. And you want to look at the bond yields. I know a lot of y'all don't give a fuck about the bonds, but the treasury bonds, you want to look at all that shit too. All of it is correlates with each other. That's why stock market investors look inside the crypto too. We look at Bitcoin because we know to pay attention to that shit too. Usually Bitcoin dip before the market does. You buying any dips? Yes. After they're done, I ain't gonna buy it, and I'm not gonna catch a falling knife. You know. We don't want to do that. Volatility. Do y'all know about the VIX? You want to look at VIX. VIX, the volatility meter, okay? So volatility is showing you basically how much volatility in the market because SPY is telling you about the market because it's showing you the 500 best performing companies in the market. So if VIX is showing you the volatility on SPY is showing you the market, then you pretty much know how much volatility is in the market, right? So check out the VIX whenever you get a chance. But we want to know how much more can the market fall. Short term, we could see more downside, maybe another 5 to 8%, especially if the tension keep on building. We could see another 5 to 8% dip by on this week coming up. But a quick turnaround could happen too. So do not be caught out here lacking, right? If the shutdown ends, or if there's any positive trade news out of China or Washington, it's a wrap. You can kiss them puts and shit goodbye. All right, I hope that makes sense. So this is a high volatility zone, which is why I'm about to give y'all how I'm going to trade it, right? So I hope y'all listening. Pull up a chair. I'm going to say it real quick. I ain't going to repeat it. Do your research on a strangle. I want you to learn what a strangle strategy is over the weekend. That's what you should do. You should learn what a strangle is. It is a perfect strategy to use when there's a lot of volatility. If the Lakers was playing the New York Knicks and you didn't know who the fuck was going to win, but you knew somebody was going to win for sure and it wasn't going to be no tie, you just bet on both games. You bet on both teams. I mean, I'm betting on the Lakers and I'm betting on the Knicks. right? I'm gonna win one of these motherfuckers. The other one gonna lose, but the one I win, let's say the Lakers are winning during halftime, and I can cancel the bet that I put on the Knicks, or I could just let it play out, and the money that I won on the Lakers, yeah, I'll have it, and I just subtract the money that I lost on the Knicks from it. I just explained to you how a strangle strategy works. Okay, you're gonna buy an out of the money call and an out of the money put, and they're both going to expire on the same day. What you want to happen is the price to go outside of either one of them. I just told y'all I think SPY about to drop about $100 on your ass, and if it don't, it's gonna go up. It will go back up to $700 from where it's at now. So how I would play it? Let me pull up SPY. This is not financial advice. Let's say, all right, so now that's just too far out. Hold on. Here, this is cool. So now, if I say, so we know that 672 was the all-time high. We know that SPY could literally recover and then end up going back over that level of resistance, right? Right? Y'all with me? Now, if it does not, it is going to go down and retest these previous levels of support all the way down. I'm talking about we're going to see 640, right? We're going to see 630. We're going to see 620. All the 10s has got high volume profiles on them right now. No hot dogs. It's 3:56 a.m. on a Saturday morning, if I'm not mistaken. No, the market is not open right now, silly. But this the best time to pay attention. If you paying attention, shit, you don't want to be. By the time Monday roll around, you want to be ready. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And you in the mix right now. You at the right spot at the right time. The algorithm fucking with you because it brought you over here. If you get to heaven and I am not there, it is not heaven looking at. You hear me? I mean, no, look, I would do a strangle. Yeah, we use the weekends to prep, William. You get it. Monday is a holiday. Yeah, but the banks are closed. Trading will still be open. Yada I mean. I know your name ain't Yada I mean, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would do a strangle strategy, right? So the price is either going to, I know it's going to drop below 654 or it's going to rise below 654. So I can do a tight strangle where I can say I'm about a 655 call and then I'm about a 652 put, right? So you basically putting a barrier outside of the price where it's at, and you want the price to move outside of that barrier. Somebody says sell and wait for price to break structure. What do you mean? Somebody says I've had monthly SPY puts in since Monday. Are you been holding on to them, Jackson? You've been holding on for dear life because it ain't gave you too much of an opportunity until here recently, literally until here recently. But I've been scalping the fuck out of it, up and down, like, you know, taking it from support to resistance. It's very easy. Only 3 holding, I know. And then another one, y'all, this whole Robinhood situation, every time there's a lot of volatility that they not letting people exit trades. What's up with that shit? That's what's making a lot of people move away from that app or away from that broker. And that's going to pump a lot of people coming over here to Webull. And I ain't going to cap. And I'm going to tell you something. When this stock becomes the same price that Robinhood is now, don't be mad when you didn't get in when the shit was $12. Don't be mad. Make it make sense. They make money whether you making money or not. And they making money even in the middle of a fucking market crash because guess what? You're trading during a market crash. Have you seen USAR? Yes, I have. I actually was just talking about USAR and I was telling them about MP. But yeah, here's a look at USAR. It's only been going up pretty much, right? If you look at it on a macro level. This and MP, put them on your watch list. They going to 100. I got $100 price targets on them. But y'all don't hear me though. This and MP already $80, but I think I don't want to say I think. I have a $120 price target on MP and it's $80. I have $100 price target on USAR, and it's still under $40. All right, y'all think I'm bullshitting? I don't be. Hey, I rarely miss, and when I miss, we got to stop. We got a stop loss to protect us, so we don't really give a fuck because we miss, we cock back, we gonna hit again. It's as simple as that. A trade could only end in 4 ways: a very big win, a very small win, a break even where you don't win or lose, or a very small loss. A big ass loss is never an option as an ironworth trader, because iron sharpens iron over here. I'm gonna make sure y'all are straight. We don't do that shit over here. We don't do the small one contract shit either, because guess what happens? You can only take profit one time if you do that. Come Monday, when y'all enter into these puts, go big or go home. They're gonna be expensive. They will be expensive. It's that, like, don't get caught up trying to be frugal and shit, because it will get expensive come Monday. Somebody says I got 90K to invest, but USAR seems like it could be very risky in the future. Yeah, but why are you the one brought up USAR? I'm showing you that because I'm telling you I got a price target. So a price target means when it hits that price, I'm pressing sell. I don't know about you. You know? Let me see if I can I'm gonna mark you. There we go. Follow back. You know what? That's crazy. You ain't following me. I know nothing about Sports 9. You guys, y'all do me a favor. Hit the follow button. Y'all don't like the show? I thought we was cool. Y'all. Man, that's crazy. What was the alternative to Robinhood that you said? We something. Yeah, Waste Management is called Webull, Webull. And if you use the link in my bio, you get a match on anything you put in there if you don't have one. And I use that to trade on, right, on a personal level. But if you don't have a portfolio, you guys, hit me up and we're going to get you a Roth started. Whether it could be over the weekend, it could be Monday, but you want to start allowing your money to make money for you. I'm going to ask y'all this question again. If you are interested, if I could show y'all how to make money for you, would that be something that you would be interested in? Put a W in the chat if that's something you would be interested in. Okay, so look, you can trade all you want. That's you putting your money up, and it's called risk management, knowing how not to lose this shit, because you definitely are risking your money. There is a way for your money to make money for you without you risking it. Okay. And of course, people say, well, it's always a risk. And then any investment is a risk. They say that, right? But there is a way for you to put your money into this account, and it can be growing interest, and the compound interest is what you want. You don't know it yet. But like I said, reach out to me. Everybody that put a W, I expect you to hit the follow button, inbox me so that I can call you outside of the live stream and we can actually start your Roth account. Whether you have one or not, I'm talking about we can get you a money managed account, and it's going to literally grow interest for you for the rest of your life. If you don't have that going for yourself right now, you're missing out on early retirement. I can't stress it enough. Put a W in the chat if you would like early retirement. This is not financial advice. This is educational advice. I want y'all to learn financial literacy with me tonight. We're going to talk a little financial literacy in this book. As I told y'all, I am a wealth generator educator. That's what it's all about. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I expect y'all to be too. That's right, Stinky Pinky. So, with that being said, you don't want to make it to a point where you think that retirement comes with old age. Okay? You want to find out your financial independence number. Can anybody tell me what that is? I ain't going to give y'all a chance to tell me. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. That's the number that you need to retire. Right? It's not an age. If you reach that number, you can retire now. So stop retire. Even my people that's close to retirement. If you are about to retire, you want to sustain your lifestyle that you're about to be living, you should definitely be investing as well. Right? You done working, you don't want to work no more. You want your money to make money for you. If you have children that you love, ladies and gentlemen, you should have a will, you should have a trust. All of this is financial literacy. And you can put your stocks in these and they can grow. You should have stocks that grow dividends, that pay you in dividends. You can buy stocks that will pay you income as if it's a job. If you are interested in a dividend account, put a W in the chat. I'm looking, I'm paying attention, but I'm also going to be looking for people in my inbox with their name and numbers for me to actually do this, because this is not a joke. On this live, it's not financial advice, but you will be on the phone with a financial advisor. And it wouldn't, and it's not, listen, this is the thing. I'm going to always find out your investment profile and figure out what type of an investor you are. Are you a long-term investor or a short-term investor? A lot of us want to gamble. But did you guys know that 90% of options expire worthless? Don't believe me? Go look it up. Okay, go look it up. We make money in the market, sure. But that's only because I know how to manage risk. That's what this shit is all about. Risk management. It's not about predictability. It's about probability. You are going to lose, but if you do it right, you can lose over 70% of the time and still walk away profitable. That's if you're using the right risk to reward ratio. But enough about trading. I want to make sure y'all know that you should be building an estate. You should have an estate. You should think about all of this shit. A 401k is not the answer. IUL is not the answer. All that shit is not the answer. But if you don't know what it is, then if you don't have anything, I ain't going to say it's not the answer for you. But if you are interested in making sure that you cover in all aspects when it comes to financial literacy and more than just trading, I'm here for you. Reach out to me outside the live stream. I'm looking forward to it. I also have work from home positions for people right now because I'm looking to bring people to financial freedom, literally free you financially. I don't like having a boss. I like running a business. I am a business owner and an investor. I highly recommend you can do it too. You should do it, but you could do it too. If you are interested in doing that, and what do? I do exactly what I'm doing right now. I teach people financial literacy and help them. People that have children that need wills, I help them with the will. I help people get trust if they need a trust. I help people get life insurance and how to turn a life insurance into a bank. You can do it too. That's right. Your whole license, your whole education to be paid for. They don't teach you financial literacy in school. They don't. And a lot of our parents weren't fortunate enough to teach it to us as well. Waste management, I need that. I need you guys to inbox me your name and your number. It's 4:00 in the morning. I'll call you later on today. I'll have my mentor on the phone with us, and you guys get a chance to meet Mr. Miyagi. I'm Daniel's son. Y'all looking at me like I'm Mr. Miyagi. I'm the Karate Kid. I'm gonna introduce you to the GOAT, #1 in Arizona, and we're gonna open you up an investment account, or we can onboard you and get you on the team. Paid for training. I was offered a position where I had to pay for it all myself. Yeah, William, I don't know who you was dealing with, but they wasn't over here. It wasn't me. I got you. Paid for training. The only thing you got to pay for is your background check. You get the website that come with all the materials that you're going to need to help people, that you're going to need to learn the information from too. So it's just about your work ethic. I want y'all to put in the chat, if you worked from home, how much money would you want to make? I'm not telling you how much you're going to make. Tell me right now, how much money do you want to make in a month? No, TikTok, this is not financial advice. Y'all, they'll kick me off just from trying to put y'all on. It didn't happen to me several times before. I've been suspended for doing exactly what I'm doing right now, and that's trying to help people. Stinky Pinky, are you willing to put in an unlimited amount of work to get an unlimited amount of money? Because if you are, I need you on the team for sure. Come on. Come on, because that's me all day. I don't have no limit either. I like that word unlimited. It means there isn't a limit, right? Unlimited doesn't mean infinite. It just means no limit. Right? No limit means I can make $2 a month. Stinky Pinky. You don't want to ever do that. But there's no limit. Yes, Ace, but it's not as extensive as you think. And did you guys know that some of the richest people, right? Some of the most successful entrepreneurs don't have a college degree. They don't have most of them don't have a high school diploma. So don't think you need either one of them either. You don't. If you want to work from home and you interested in making okay, hold on. I seen somebody that got a realistic number. Somebody says 20,000 a month, minimum 10K. That's easy. Right? Somebody just said 100K, and that's easy too. I know people that's making that as well. It just depends on your work ethic and your ability to help people and get them to understand. Why should I have to tell you that when something happens to you, do you love your family? Right? You love your family, right? Well, if something happened to you, what do they get? You want to leave them behind with absolutely fucking nothing? That's crazy work. Your house, if it sets on fire, do you have fucking insurance on it? Or do you have to buy everything again? The couch you laying on, the couch you sitting on, the bed you laying on, the clothes. You ready to buy all that shit again? Nah, I'm not. So all of these things, even if something happened, you get pulled over, you get a ticket, you got a lawyer on call, we offer people legal protection as well. There's so much to it. Home security. There's so much. And for me, I'm going straight for financial education because that's what I do. Right. We here at Ironworth Trading. I love the stock market. I love the futures market, and I'm a crypto bro. So I go straight for securities. I make sure people got like, what's up? Are you set up for retirement? Do you have a retirement account, a Roth? Are you thinking about it? Do you have an annuity? Do you want, these type of things? Do you want your money to make money for you? I wrote a book on it exactly, right? Called How to Make Money, Make Yourself. It's available on Amazon. But I'm not here to sell you the book. I'm just letting you be known. I'm letting it be known that that's what I've done before is wrote a book on the subject. I love the fact that, you can follow what rich people did and it's not going to stop working because you tried it. So you think it's going to stop working because you did it? That's not how it works. Yeah, let's put it this way, William. If you listening to what I said, every person that you help, you seeing anywhere from $200 to $300 for every person that you help. So you're helping someone and you're getting a bonus for helping them. And you can do that. You can do 3 to 4 people in one day, William. I can already tell from the type of person you is. You can do 3 to 4 people in a day. I know it. You'll fuck around and make a person's weekly salary in a day. You got that right worth ethic. You can do it. You can see 10K a month. You can see 20K a month. A lot of people work better without having somebody over their fucking shoulder telling them what to do anyways. Excuse my French, but yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I'm not trying to be nobody's boss, nobody's manager at all. Come on the team. I'm looking for people that got that ambition, that can do it on their own. You feel me? I'm a train. I'll train you up. We're gonna mentor you, get you together. I even show you how to trade if you don't know how to do that. For those that are interested, I'll show you how to trade as well if you're a part of the team. On Lead Source. What do you mean? Like how you going to generate leads? Chrissy Poo, that's for those that's serious about trying to open up an investment account. Yeah. So you see what I'm doing right now, William? So I've made sure the first people I go for is my friends and family that got children that I care about. Like, why the fuck don't they got them kids in the will? Why aren't they insured? I know I got some wealthy friends that if anything happened to them, everybody around them that they love is getting half a ticket, like $500K to everybody around. They get the mourn in peace, William. So I'm going straight for my loved ones that don't have this type of protection because they need it. And we go for people that make less than $100,000 a year because them other people, them other ones, the real expensive ones, they won't even talk to you unless you got a lot of fucking money. Right? And then whole life insurance is like $500 a month, $300 a month. Like nobody's adding $300 to $500 a month worth of bills to themselves, right? Ain't nobody putting that shit on their plate. So we make it real accessible for those who wouldn't be able to get it otherwise. That's helping the fuck out of people right there. It don't get no better than that. And then even if you didn't go for the people that you know and love, there's so many people that just don't know, William. That's why I love my career, because I love to help people, for one, and for two, I love financial literacy. I love money. I love gold. I love precious metals. I love value. I love value. So I know value when I see it. Diamonds, golds, rubies, gems, all of it. Even nature. The barter system. Don't get me started. But no, generational wealth, though. Overall generational wealth. I realize that a lot of us don't know the difference between an asset and a liability, right? And an asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. A lot of us got income, right? We got money that's coming in, but the money that we got coming in is going straight to bills. It's going straight to bills and other shit that we spend money on. So those are your expenses and your liabilities. And if you taking all your income and it's going into your expenses and your liabilities and you don't have no assets, that's why you on that hamster wheel. And that's that paycheck to paycheck shit. And then you don't have money left over to invest that way. So we got to first free up some of the money, right, that you put into useless shit and invest it into assets. And those assets are going to pay you an income that will eventually, right, turn out to pay your expenses and your liabilities, guiding you to financial freedom. Put a W in the chat if you understood that. Put an L in the chat if you need me to repeat it again. I want to make sure y'all got that, because that was like the meat and potatoes of the whole show. Light this candle. Repeat it one more time. All right, William. The money you got coming in, that's your income, right? When you get that money, you paying your bills and shit first. That's not going to help you. I ain't saying don't pay your bills. I'm saying pay yourself first, right? Pay yourself first. What do I mean by that? You cannot have more liabilities and expenses than you do assets, because then, right, your assets will not pay enough. It won't pay you enough. You need to have more assets. What are some assets? Intellectual property, real estate, right? An asset is anything that makes you money. A liability is anything that takes money from you. Your income going straight into your liability pile and straight into your expenses pile, your bills. You paying your bills and shit, gas money, little stupid shit that you're not even getting tax write-offs on. I'm just saying, you spending money on bills and liabilities. Liabilities, shit you really don't even need, but it's taking money out your pocket, right? Now, what you need to do is take that income and put it into some assets. When you do that, the assets will pay you an income, and it will pay your expenses and your liabilities. The assets gonna pay your expenses and your liabilities, giving you financial freedom, because you're gonna look up and your assets gonna be paying your bills, and your assets gonna give you enough income to pay your expenses and your liabilities, and you're gonna have enough to invest back into the assets, creating compound interest, guiding you to wealth. You set up a fucking trust. You make sure you can pass this shit down to your loved ones and leave behind a legacy. Boom, you not a piece of shit or a waste of time. You're not. You're not. You know, your keyword, not TikTok. So, William, I don't struggle with generating leads because I don't look at it like generating leads. I look at it like how many people can I help? And I don't think I'm going to struggle with helping people at all. If you look at it like you generating leads, then you're going to get generating leads type of problems. I don't have problems helping people. The first thing I got to do is educate them, though, because a lot of us don't have financial literacy. A lot of us had somebody sell us insurance that didn't give a fuck about us. But you have a lot of us have people give us financial advice and they don't even got a financial advising license. They ain't even licensed to give financial advice, right? So be careful out here listening to people that don't know what the fuck they talking about. Yes, there are tons of people that need help, so I will always be in business, William. Come join the team. I need to listen. If anybody interested in working from home and doing exactly what I just talked about, all of these, right, investing vehicles, right, and showing people how to make money, make itself, or how to invest and how to grow compound interest and how to protect themselves, how to secure the securities. You never heard secure the bag? They gotta secure the securities. What's the good of making all that money if you can't hold it and keep it and make it grow? That's what I am in the business of doing. Now, being in the business of showing quote unquote broke people how not to be broke, I can't help you do something that's going to take your mental to take power. You have to do that in your mind. Brokenness is a mentality. It's a mental disorder. It's a thinking disorder, right? You are not broke. You are not broke. Broke is your mentality. You change that, you're going to be straight. For 6 years, Alex, this is my 6th year. 6th year. I caught the ass end of COVID. But I've been investing since high school. I caught the beginning of Bitcoin. Sold it a little early. I ain't gonna lie. I sold it a little early, but hey, we took profits. We took profits once it hit into $4,000-$5,000. You know, me and my friends was very excited. We didn't know shit about what it was at all then, and we barely know shit about what it is now too. It's not done going up. That's also the reason why I love Solana. It's the reason why I love Ethereum, because I know that Ethereum reminds me of Bitcoin and Solana reminds me of Ethereum. I like cryptocurrencies, but this unregulated crypto is unregulated. It's uninsured. It's not backed by the FDIC. You lose your money over there. Your ass is grass. You ain't gonna be able. Ain't nothing nobody gonna be able to do. Not even me. I ain't gonna be able to help you. It's fine though. That don't mean don't invest in it. You feel me? You'll be crazy as fuck not to have some type of crypto bag. Some type of crypto bag. But every month you should be allocating some type of money towards an investment account, getting ready for retirement. And whenever I say the word retirement, people run like hell because they think it got something to do with being 60 or 50. And then them same people end up working for another 30 years. Hi, I'm Brisbane. I'm from Brisbane, Australia. I got something for you, Australia. I told you I got some I always tell my people I got Australian fans. I love my fans down yonder. Down yonder. Hold on. I ain't gonna never say that shit again. My bad. But look, I got something for you. Hold on. I was just looking at a stock that is a rare earth mining company that is located over there as well. I didn't just cover us. I covered them too. Cause them my buddies. I gotta make sure I look out for Australia because they always come in my live. I want to make sure y'all have some food when I come down there because I will. I'm gonna fly out there to Australia. I met too many people on TikTok from Australia. Get ate by a damn alligator. This is TSM. This is SPY before it did the bullshit. I think it's called Lynx. There, here it go. Here it go. Australia, put that ticker on your watch list. Yes, on Tesla puts. No doubt. D. Nicole. Oh yeah, your name look familiar. I'm gonna call you today too as well, because you said you was interested. I'm gonna call you today. Where would I find some good IPO forums for good tips? Webull. Have any made money on Friday? Yeah, bro. We made bank on Friday. Look, let me show you. I ain't trying to toot my own horn or nothing. But I told them to get the MP. And we got the MP. It wasn't financial advice, it was common fucking sense. I gave a whole speech about it. Because this is the time for us to not overlook whenever they talk about shit on Twitter. I know we don't like the app. We don't like these. I ain't even supposed to say the word. I'm supposed to treat it like Lord Voldemort. I ain't even supposed to say the word. But I'm saying, what I'm trying to get you to understand is, if you are in the mix, even now, how y'all in my live right now, I said so much in the live, so much wealth just giving out on the live, that if you got the power of execution, you gonna be all right. If you execute, like somebody give you an opportunity and you execute the moment, you're gonna be straight. I give out the opportunities and certain people execute and they say shit like they made $200 in 5 minutes. They only regret is not buying more. I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor and hit the follow button if you haven't already. All right, it's been a wonderful live. Y'all been a wonderful audience. Somebody says got MP Oklo a few months back. That's what's up, Stinky Pinky. I'm glad you come to the live as much as you do. I know you do, because I can't forget a name like Stinky Pinky. I don't like it, but I have to say it. I'm going to start just calling your ass Pinky in the Brain. Blessings, D. Nicole. I'm going to hit you up later. Again, I'm not sure if everybody heard me, but I'm offering it to you guys as well. You get a 7-day trial. Come on in the community. I'm going to let you get the 7-day trial in the premium. You're going to get access to the premium for 7 days. Which, guess what? Can somebody tell me what you can do in that 7 days? Let me see if I got some initiators in here. Because them the main ones I want to take me up on that offer. Within those 7 days, since I don't see enough answers fast enough, you will see a return on investment, and I can't legally guarantee shit to you, right? Come on and see. I'm from the show me state. I'll show you better than I can tell you. How about that? I got receipts. And really, if you don't come, that's fine with me. Just hit the follow button and stay tuned. For those that are interested in joining the team, you want to make money from home, inbox me your name and your number. I can get you onboarded immediately later on today. Whenever you're ready, I could actually do it when we get off the live, and you can start working immediately if you serious. This ain't no joke. So if you don't have an investment account, I want to help you. If you have a business and you want to put it in a trust, I want to help you. You have children and you want to put those kids in a will, I want to help you. If you want to make sure that when you leave this earth, you leave your family with a big ass check, I want to help you. Because that's the most important thing. You want to make sure that you didn't do all this work for nothing, right? I want to help you. I want to help you. Estate creation. A person may create an estate through earnings, savings, and investments, but all of these methods require disciplined action in a significant period of time. The purchase of life insurance creates an immediate estate. A lot of people out here showing you how to make your insurance policy a bank for you, but y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. But you fee for onboarding. I don't fee. No, and they don't fee either. You're paying for a website and a background check. So yeah, I don't charge you nothing. I show you how to make the money. You're gonna make that money back. But you know what? I just was looking at something that reminded me of that. It say people say they want to become successful until they see the price tag. Success requires more than desire. It requires sacrifice, right? And that's the realest shit I read today. because when I know you got it, Nicole. I said Nicole. I apologize, D Nicole. I know you got it. You got to invest, and when you do it, you're gonna see a return on it. That's the reason why my premium people. That's why I really give them everything I can, all my time and energy, because they support it and they show that they serious. And it just allows me to stay in front of their faces and in their head. And I be up all times of the night, just like right now, putting in work. All right, so inbox me your name and your number. I got to go. My phone about to die. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in my inbox. Hit the follow button if you haven't. I always say that, and it only be like 10 people that follow. That's ridiculous. Hit the follow button right now before you forget. Y'all can't do that for me. I gave you wealth generating information. Hit the follow button, please. I ain't too proud to beg. Don't make me start singing the Temptations and shit. And you know